a whole different world.
I'm moving to Greenland, which thankful we will own by then.
So I'm with Tucker on this. I would much rather maybe just move to Greenland, where maybe there's no AI. So this is Ray Dalio that Tucker's talking to. This is a video from 2023. But Tucker just posted, it's like 35-minute video. You could just search Tucker Carlson in Google and you can find the video. It's with this same guy, but that he just posted today. This guy's a World Economic Forum guy. He is a billionaire. He's all into the tech, and Tucker actually even got upset with, like, you could tell Tucker was getting annoyed with him during this interview at times, and I would have too, like, because he literally said, like so many of the tech people say, is that, that if we don't merge with the software, then we are going to be left behind. And my first thought with that is, like, you know what, because these people are they're so sociopathic in their thinking. Like, think about the elderly, okay? If you're old enough, think about how it was hard for the elderly, back when you were younger, just to try to learn the TV remote control, right? Like, that was a big deal for them. Then think about the smartphone. Like my dad, even today, he just doesn't understand texting. I don't think he wants to understand it either, So listening to these people, it's like you don't even take into account human beings at all, yet they talk. He talks about how human beings just don't know how to live in harmony. And it's like, okay, so what? Yeah, we don't. That's the way it's going to be. And I think their vision, of course, their dystopian vision, is that AI will force everybody to be in some, harmonious, cyborg system, so that they can control everybody thinking the same way. And it's just sick. And what they all get upset about, and this guy did it too, what all the tech people get upset about is when you say, no, let's just shut it off. And he got so upset. He's like, no, you can't do that. Because they all say, nope, can't stop it. And it's like, well, no, what I would like Trump to do is, like, use AI, because obviously where it's good at is it can gather everything quickly, which is why it can uncover all this fraud and this money problem and many other things. It can do that quickly. Then I think that Trump should take a damn axe to it, unplug it, and just disintegrate it. Now, their excuse, of course, would be, you can't, because China will come up. No, I don't think China's not going to be doing it if we're not doing it. They do it because we do it. They would not be doing it if we don't. But they need that excuse to then justify continuing down their destructive path. First it was, creating nuclear weapons, and then fear-mongering everybody with that, and then the gain-of-function viruses they've created, and it's got to stop. So, but he talks about, that his fear is that people, that they don't know how to live in harmony. So what? I mean, this idea, they want this, vision of, everything's peace on earth because everybody believes the same thing. How boring is that? It is. It is. I mean, first of all, you're never going to, they don't believe in God, but you're never going to have that until God returns, okay? But to just have everybody thinking the same way is like the Stepford Wives. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's sick. And to hear somebody say that you're going to be left behind if you don't merge with the software is like the sickest thing I've ever heard. But all the tech people say it. The other thing he says is, he's like, we don't know what's going to happen. That's what he's telling Tucker in this, is that we're going to go through this time warps. Nothing's going to stop it. And it's going to be so fast. And we don't know what the outcome is going to be. And it's like, oh, okay. So that's real responsible. But see, technology and research they have not been responsible at all. Clearly, they have not. So I don't think that the people that don't even know how to be responsible with humanity in general are the best people, even though Ray Dalio would consider himself, an expert because he's a billionaire. Well, I see a ton of billionaires, most especially at the World Economic Forum, that are some of the most stupidest people ever, really. And really what makes them stupid is because they don't understand being human, what being human is about, unfortunately, because they've just lived a life being obsessed with money. But this idea of harmony is just to serve them. Because so while Ray Dalio tells Tucker that AI is going to make it so that we can live much longer, and I thought, I don't want to live under AI. I mean, I'm not saying that in some suicidal way at all, okay, because I believe in God, so clearly that would be a sin. I'm just saying I don't need any life extension. I'll stick with the whatever the good Lord is willing to give me left, then he gives me left. I'm good with that. I really don't need because he says that AI will be making the decisions for us. It will be the government. That's what he says. That's what most of these tech people are saying. That's why they want to push it through to where it will be more powerful and takes over and then be the government making the decisions. So they're just very irresponsible. But at the same time, Ray Dalio, who said this on February 13th, to the Trump administration, cut the debt now or face an economic heart attack. And he carries on about this, that, he says that, no, we have to pay the debt off first. I'm to the point now where I just want to tell my government, I don't care about the debt. Like, you guys all created that big problem, and we've been paying for it, and look at what you've done with our money. So I think the American people should be put first and screw the debt. Now, he would say, the very person that's so irresponsible in his vision when it comes to AI, because he just says, we don't know what's going to happen, but we're going to do this, okay? But yet wants to act like that, no, the more responsible thing to do is pay the debt off. Well, I think Trump has said before, we really don't know what would happen if we just say the hell with it. I don't think we have the debt that everybody's saying we do, though, either. I don't. Again, Trump took down this problem in his first 4 years. So I think he knows it, but I think that's why he has said that in the past too, is that nobody really knows, because nobody ever said. They love to use this, and you know why he wants the debt paid down first before giving anything to Americans? Is because then it will serve him and the research and the science so they can continue on their path of their dystopian visions for the rest of us. That's what it is. That's what it is. So I think really the administration should say the hell with the debt. Just to stick it to people like him. Because the only reason he cares about the debt is because he wants money. Like, literally, the courts interfering with Trump putting a hold on research is bullshit. Like, they shouldn't be allowed to make that decision because the science and the technology have not been responsible when it comes to what they are doing. I mean, this man literally is telling Tucker, and he says it in the interview, he says that Tucker posted today, that no, it's going to come and we're just going to go into it and we don't know what's going to happen. So you are people that should not get funding anymore because you do not know how to do anything safe. I mean, really, the reason there's more disharmony in the world, Ray Dalio, is because of people like you, your research, and your obsession with wanting to control humans so much that you expect us to merge with software. So I think the best thing to do is say, no, we need to put the American people first and to hell with the debt. I don't care what Congress thinks. I don't care what the left thinks or the right thinks. That's what should be put first because we have not been being put first. Clearly we have not. All of these people have been put first, and the debt. So it's time the American people be put first. Don't you agree?